Okay, so right off the bat, let's just say people look different depending on the type of isolation that they've had. You know, this group of people grew up in this area and they couldn't travel any further than this. So all the people in that area have similar characteristics because of the breeding between each other, and you know, that's not hard to understand. Those are all humans. We call humans the human race. And there's different ways that we look, and there's probably even different things that we know, different ways that we act because of the environments and just the isolation like I was talking about. We're at a point now when the isolation is down pretty low. Well, the natural isolation, like we could go wherever we wanted to go. We are technologically advanced and can travel long distances and can experience harsh climates and things like that. We're versatile. We can do this. Come on, right there is good. That's a perfect spot. And yeah, so there's all these groups of people and they look different. So that to me says that there was limited amount of genetic background. You know, they didn't have a wide variety of people, possibly because before they all split up, they didn't have limitations like we are right now. We're all beginning to look similar. Everybody is kind of into this melting pot of you know, the way we look. We're all kind of turning not a super dark, but just a darker shade, you know, more of a almond or a tannish looking thing. It doesn't matter. We're all becoming like a general height around 6 feet, whatever. Slightly shorter. It's interesting, I think, but so these people had to split up for some reason. What we see is, it looks like a natural disaster. I don't think it's the bad guys are gonna blow up the volcano and this or that, you know. It's not gonna be like that. It happens on a regular basis. It's been recorded because we've been around here for a long time. Somebody has the book, the information about what's coming down the pike on a regular basis type of thing, and they prepare for it. And all right, yeah, good girl. And then it's, who knows, way worse than what they thought. Not as bad as what they thought, but then they have infighting, or who knows what the problem is. But they didn't really make it so good, and we kind of get all dispersed. I think they did the dispersing probably on purpose, you know. If all that's left is, let's say, 500 people, then you're gonna want to go in little groups. But if you go all 500, then that's all. It's a real slow process, and the individuals don't really come out of, come on, come on. The individuals don't really come out of their class system. They'll all keep the class and it'll just keep going like that. But if you break it up into smaller groups, like say you're knowledgeable, but that was funny. I was spitting and I sneezed at the same time. Anyway, so you break up and now you're the leader of this band of people, and it's not a bad thing. You are the one most qualified and all that, whatever. So that becomes a whole group of people. You know, a whole group of people right there. Look at this. Dog. Let's see if we can do this. Come here. Come on, I think it's this way. Let's go between the trees. It's real brisk and cold. I got a runny nose. I apologize if it's gross to anybody. So they break it on up. Oh, you bitch. Made that happen fast. Oh, there's a moose running away. Ugh. Come here. We're not chasing moose. That thing will kick you, right, Goru? It'll kick you and it hurts. Yuki, come on. I'm gonna clip you on the bottom. You walk nice. Come on. Come on. We're not chasing the moose. Everybody goes their different ways, and hundreds of years go by, and generation after generation after generation, and we forget, we remember. I mean, the caveman thing, we're talking, what? They're saying hundreds of thousands of years. So, I mean, we could have, how many resets? There's a reset every 300 years. So, just in 1,000, you get three resets every 1,000 years. And then, let's go again. See if we can read this sign. Riley's Picnic. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. Beautiful spot. Look out over the trees. Yeah, so anyways. Lots of resets. there could be a time when we were not knowing about fire and the wheel. People say, oh, yeah, we got history of not knowing about the wheel, like the Egyptians or something like that. They say the Egyptians didn't know the wheel. I heard about them, rolling stuff on the sand, on logs, things like that. That's a wheel. I think if you live your life, you're gonna not right off the bat, you're not gonna know right off the bat, but the more things that you pick up and put down or whatever, chew on, then the more you're gonna know. Like levers become self-explanatory. You might not know that we call it a lever, or other people call it a lever, but it's just a concept of the way that things work. And so you learn it. This artificial learning of things is good, and I'm not saying anything against it. I'm just saying that it's an accelerated process of nature. So like if you were just born and somebody was just born next to you, and for some reason, well, probably because you don't actually have to do any of the stuff that they say you have to do, you survive right next to each other, and a language would ensue. If you can make a noise, then a noise is going to become a way to communicate with the other person. This big ass pole right here. That's funny. This is not the way to go. I think that's the trail down there, but alright, fine. I don't really want to go down the hill and have to go back uphill again. Anyways. Come here, come here. Come here. Yeah, so people figure all that shit out. So even if you don't have any knowledge, come here. Come on. Fucking annoying. This isn't a history lesson. This is a lesson on the way that fucking everything is. Who cares about history? We're gonna do it different this time. By accident, on purpose, whatever. It's getting done differently. So, whatever. I was watching John Levi, or whatever the fuck his name is, and he had a pretty interesting video today, talking about the white Indians that the Sioux were talking about. He mentioned it again. He's mentioned it before about the Mormons coming over to Utah, I believe. And so the first ones get there and they're sending letters back to give people hints on how to do it in a more succinct manner, you know? They fumbled their way through the fucking countryside and then learned a better way to do it. And they're writing back with tips and tricks for everybody. And they're like, guess what? We got here and there's a whole bunch of fucking houses. A whole bunch of fucking houses already built. It's like a whole city already built. We could just fucking live in this. Send your people. Send them quick. We don't need to build nothing, so don't bring no fucking supplies. Just bring yourself a shovel, because we're going to have to do a lot of digging. You know? That kind of shit. We can come here and there's enough room for hundreds of families. Hundreds of families, huh? That's nice. Hundreds of families. We got, what, 8 people in a family? 10 people, 12 people, 20 people? 20 people in a family back then, 15? What is it? I don't know. I didn't live back then. Well, I probably did, but I don't remember it. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. White Indians. There was the white Indians. And they wore clothes. Not like Indian clothes, but yeah, like clothes like we wear today. Hoodies and boots up to their fucking knees because of the snakes and all the shit biting them. Yeah, boots up to your knees. We're fucking the white Indians. But yeah, hey, we could be racist today, you know, the Indians, all the poor Indians. We came here yesterday. Remember these bones? Good girl. Hey, look at this one. It's got moss on it. That's dog bone. Not for dogs to chew on. It's the last bad dog I had. Took it down here and ate it. Fed it to the moose. That's why you're scared of them and have to chase them. Do 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 do. Yeah, so that's pretty fun, isn't it? You know, finding houses, white Indians. What do you think that fight would have went like if they didn't look different? So, white man comes to the fucking Old West. Uh-oh. We got a group of Indians up there on the hill. Here they come. They're coming down. Wait, they look like us. What are you guys, dressing up? They're like, oh, how? Me smoking peace pipe with you. I know it's not intended to be racist. It's more, yeah, I guess it is racist. Stereotypical. Not racist, but I guess they say stereotypes are racist, so. Yeah, sorry. Alright, but anyways. It's a white guy, so whatever. What do we segregate? Oh, where he lived in the woods. Well, so does that guy. Oh yeah, well, he cuts down trees, and this guy, yeah, he cuts down trees too. Oh, well, this guy eats food. This guy eats food too. Oh, he's got projectile weaponry. Yeah, so does this guy. I mean, maybe a gun isn't the most efficient. I mean, what do you need the gun? Come on. What do you need the gun for if a bow and arrow can do it for free? You smell that moose? We're kind of heading him off. It's not really fair to him, but oh well. More fun for us. More exciting. We're coming around. Heading him off at the pass. We're outflanking him. Come on. Yeah. So, that's it. That's what I'm saying. Fucking pretty interesting stuff. I mean, there's proof of it. Oh, and this, he was talking about some map. I never have good luck trying to find these maps. And then let's say I do, and I zoom into Alaska like I'm about trying to talk to, trying to get out of my mouth. You don't want to go this way. Come on. But they got these maps, and Alaska always kind of looks like a nub because they're not really finding the islands, I guess. Maybe the water was higher and the islands weren't even there. Who knows? But it looks like a big nub on the end of the Americas. It's kind of yucky looking. It reminds me of like a cancer or a wart or something. Big wart on the top. Anyways, when you're looking at the modern day picture of it, the bottom of Alaska has like a ball hanging down, like a testicle hanging down, and then a crack that goes up. Well, the crack that goes up, we have anchorage up there in the crack, and the crack is, if my memory serves me right, is Cook Inlet. And they call it inlet because it goes in on the land, inlet. It's an inlet into the continent. I don't know the reasoning, but but I'm meaning here. And on this map from 1507, I think is what it was. They had, oh, we got ice again. They had I think it's probably Ship Creek. Or maybe it was it was just zoomed out really far, and maybe that was the inlet. So maybe they could possibly have the inlet mapped out on this thing. And then, hey, come on. You do this stuff. Come here. And it looked like there was a thing that indicates a township or something like that. And I think that these people reading these old maps are saying, look, there's castles everywhere. I think that's kind of naive. I mean, have you never played, what's it called? Monopoly. And Monopoly has a house. It has a hotel. You could have 2 hotels and big areas and shit like that. And, it's just a style of building. So a hotel could obviously be misconstrued as a castle if it was a little bit more castle looking. It's the right size. And then like a hamlet, I think, is the name of a house. That could easily be a house if it was just drawn like a house instead of a medieval hamlet or whatever those are called. I think maybe a hamlet is a township. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're just words. I'm just trying to get an idea across to people because there was castles everywhere doesn't mean that there was castles. A castle could represent a certain amount of people or a certain level of sophistication of buildings or whatever, Could be a lot of different things. I don't think I've been here before. You can go in that. I wonder how deep it is. Go in the middle. Come on, I want to see how deep it is. Chicken. You chicken. Yeah, you can go in the middle of that one? Yeah, fuck you. I think we might be, I think that might be the bike trail right there. Funny. Come on. No. Come on, go over the top. Yeah, that looks deep. Going through the swamp. Can't do this in the summer. Well, you can, but it wouldn't be fun like this. Lots and lots of mosquitoes. You're like, this is a trail you're on? Yeah. It's a moose trail. This is not people walking through here. Come on. Oh, I see the hill. Hey, come on, bitch. Why are you going around trees? Oh, I see the moose. He was probably coming to the swamp thinking, people don't go in the swamp. All right, so there's our swamp. I know where I am now. We were probably pretty dang close to the bike trail. If we come up sideways, come on, this way. It's not that bad of a hill. The moose went that way. Come on. Over here. And they had what looked like a little castle or something up there. But it was the only piece on the board. This way. But I'm not asking for a whole bunch of stuff. Come on. I just want to see the old stuff that was here. And they have it all mixed in with, you know, newer stuff or not so old of stuff. That's not a good trail. Come on, bitch. You're not even trying. Come here. I could see Goru was going the right way. Come here. Come on. What do you think? Ow! Does sugar make you fat? Where does the energy come from? People always say, oh, but it's all short-lived. Yeah. What if you took more sugar? Does the energy come from the sugar, or does the sugar make you break down your own stuff to make energy? By like speeding up your metabolism or whatever. Your process. It's like dumping nitrous in when the car's idling. The idle will go up. And if the idle goes up, you're burning more fuel. Come on. I think that's enough. Have a good day.